And a 6-ace for Michael Chang, bringing him the opening game of the final set. And that's 5 games in a row for Michael Chang. So absolutely crucial that Ferreira should hang on.
When will I see you?
We have brought together the best tunes of the legendary Philly sound on one CD collection. The Philly.
So now it's Ferreira serving 1-2 final set. So that's 11 aces now for Ferreira in the match.
And the vast percentage of them have come to the right court, or the deuce court, as some call it. This being the ad court.
15-all.
This forehand's becoming a bit of a liability.
Very hesitant, tentative-looking return there by Chang.
Well, it seems that Ferreira has returned to the first set tactics.
14-15.
Yes, only keeping a much better length with his two-hander. Looks so much more accomplished when he plays that way, Ferreira. Much more stylish forehand there. Sometimes, as you say, David, it's an untidy shot. It's because there's such a long swing and there's not much body turn. It's all done with a huge limb of a right arm, and it can really look untidy, as you say.
2 final set.
Excuse me, what do you say?
I think it's one of the ball boys just moving around a little too much for Ferreira's sake. You've got to concentrate so hard anyway, I think Chang particularly.
That was an incredible squash shot from Chang, and it really nearly caught Ferreira by surprise.
Yes, lovely use of the forehand here by Ferreira as Chang plays that squash shot, and that was a very difficult and almost unreal shot to bring off.
Oh, yes. Well, this is the best passage of the match, I think. Both of them playing well at the same time now.
Yes, and you can see Ferreira senses that, his reaction after the point. He realizes that Chang's not doing anything extraordinary, and his forehand is beginning to purr. Now here's the opportunity. Or is he going to take the more gentle approach? While he's standing so far back, it looks like that.
For a second successive game on the Chang serve, Ferreira with a break point. And both times, Chang's come up with the ace.
Yes, really out of the blue, except, as you say, he did it at exactly the same time, if that's not a contradiction. But I think 3 games in this set gone to deuce. Really looks as if and he is struggling. And it needs the crisis, really, to bring the best out of Chang.
That time, Ferreira looking to attack off the second serve. It didn't work. 3-2 Chang. We're on serve, final set. Ferreira to serve 2-3. Playing for a place in the 3rd round. That's the last 16. The match against Andrei Medvedev. He hasn't done too much serve and volleying.
A little change of tactic here by Chang, I suppose, feeling a little relieved at being reprieved. Yes, it got enough of the line, and it had that slice on it that Ferreira had played. It kept low, a very difficult shot for Chang to bring off, and well, we saw how close he came to doing just that.
So now it's Chang who has break points. He's saved 2 in this set. Now he has to. Ferreira needs the 2 aces. Well, you can understand his frustration. He's played pretty well at the start of this final set, and now he finds himself a breakdown.
Yes, and it just came from nowhere, just when Ferreira was playing his best tennis, and Chang mishitting that one, and it turned out into a really nasty leg break.
Love 15.
Well, that'll help Ferreira to get back on track. He's got to look on the sunny side, the positive side. Remember how well he was playing until that blip in the last game.
Yes, seems to have recaptured some of that form. But he's had love 30 situations a number of times in this match and not gone on from there. Ninth ace.
Oh, it's an amazing knack he has today. Ace up his sleeve.
14, 30.
That was a clever first serve because he took all the speed off it and yet got it up very high in the block.
Oh, Ferreira, it's one of those days, isn't it? Again, love 30. It's had that love 30 twice in the last set. Now in this game, just hasn't been able to convert his opportunities. And it's an awful uphill struggle from 2-5 down to Chang in the final set.
Yes, that's for sure, particularly when things just seem to be conspiring against you. A net court here which takes a perfectly well hit forehand out. Another one where he returned well and yet it must have been a fraction long. And then Chang staving off every predicament he gets into with an ace when he hasn't been serving that well. Chang, a lot of missed first serves and comes up with aces against the grain. Must be really painful for Ferreira. Particularly when he's been working so hard to get back into where he, of course, feels he belongs. He's top tenor for a couple of years.
Yes, I was just thinking it would be the first time he would have been seeded at the US Open since 1991. 1992 was really his big breakthrough year, winning the titles at Queen's and Schenectady. Runner-up Memphis, Stuttgart Outdoor, semi-finalist the Australian, and quarterfinals at the US Open. Unless he wins next week, there's absolutely no way that Ferreira is going to be seeded. It's wins the tournament next week. Unless, of course, he turns this match around, 2-5.